3, 2, 1. Well, that's that word of wisdom in Yeshua's precious name. Heavenly Father, open eyes and open ears this day. And now, if you'll start with me and turn to the book of Judges, the 17th chapter. The Hebrew title for the book of Judges is Shophetim, Shophetim, and it means judges, rulers, deliverers, or saviors. Shophet not only carries the idea of maintaining justice and meaning and settling disputes, but it is also used to mean liberating and delivering. So turn with me to Judges chapter 17, and we're going to talk about the first one that I know of that started a false god. Judges chapter 17 is on page 446. Judges 17 and verse 1, and it reads, "And there was a man of Mount Ephraim, whose name was Micah. And he said unto his mother, the 1,100 shekels of silver that were taken from thee, about which thou cursedst, and spakest of also in mine ears, behold, the silver is with me." I'm a thief, Mama. I'm the one that took it. I took it. And his mother said, "Blessed be thou of the Lord, my son." And when he had restored the 1,100 shekels of silver to his mother said, "I will wholly dedicate the silver unto Yahweh from my hand for my son to make a graven image and a molten image. Now therefore I will restore it unto thee." Yet he restored the money unto his mother, and his mother took 200 shekels of silver, and gave them to the founder, who made thereof a graven image and a molten image, and they were in the house of Micah. Verse 5, "And the man Micah had an house of gods, and made an ephod and a teraphim, and consecrated one of his sons, who became his priest." Oh, we got us a new religion going now. "In those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes." Verse 7, "And there was a young man out of Bethlehem, Judea, of the family of Judah, who was a Levite, and he sojourned there. And the man departed out of the city from Bethlehem, Judea, to sojourn where he could find a place. And he came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah, as he journeyed. And Micah said unto him, Which comest thou? And he said unto him, I am a Levite of Bethlehem, Judea, and I go to sojourn where I may find a place. And Micah said unto him, Dwell with me, and be unto me a father and a priest." Make a note, this is the first time father and priest is mentioned in the Word of God. "And I will give thee 10 shekels of silver by year, and a suit of apparel, and thy victuals." So the Levite went in, and the Levite was content to dwell with the man, and the young man was unto him as one of his sons. And Micah consecrated the Levite, and the young man became his priest, and was in the house of Micah. Then said Micah, Now I know that Yahweh will do me good, seeing I have a Levite to my priest. Chapter 18, verse 1. "In those days there was no king in Israel, and in those days the tribe of Danites sought them an inheritance to dwell in. For unto that day all of their inheritance had not fallen unto them among the tribes of Israel. The children of Dan sent of their family 5 men from their coast, men of valor, from Zorah and from Eshtaol, to spy out the land and to search it. And they said unto them, Go, search the land. Who, when they came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah, they lodged there. When they were by the house of Micah, they knew the voice of the young man, the Levite. Why? Because they grew up with him. That's how they knew it. And they turned in hither and said unto him, Who brought thee hither? Question. And what makest thou in this place? Question. And what hast thou here? And he said unto them, Thus and thus dealeth Micah with me, and hath hired me, and I am his priest. And they said unto him, Ask counsel, we pray thee, of God, that we may know whether our way which we go shall be prosperous. Always got to have a man to find out if it's God's will or not. Verse 6, And the priest said unto them, Go in peace before the Lord Verse 6, And the priest said unto them, Go in peace. Before the Lord is your way wherein you go. Verse 7, notice that this is the beginning of a new paragraph. Then the 5 men departed and came to Lachish, and saw the people that were therein, how they dwelt careless after the manner of the Zidonians, quiet and secure. And there was no magistrate in the land that might put them to shame in anything. And they were far from the Zidonians, and had no business with any man. It was a little community out by itself. And they came unto their brethren, to Zorah and Eshtaol. Their brethren said unto them, What say ye? Question. And they said, Arise, that we may go up against them, for we have seen the land. Excuse me. Behold, it is very good. And are ye still? Question. Be not slothful to go, and to enter to possess the land. When you go, you shall come into a people secure, into a large land, for God hath given it into your hands, a place where there is no want of anything that is in the earth. And there went from thence the family of the Danites out of Zorah, out of Eshtaol, 600 men appointed with weapons of war. And they went up and pitched in Kirjath-jearim in Judah, wherefore they called the place Mechad-nedan unto this day. Behold, it is behind Kirjath-jearim. And they passed thence unto Mount Ephraim, and came into the house of Micah. You notice now, everything that the Danites do, they named it after their father Dan. Verse 14, Then answered the 5 men that went to spy out the country of Lachish, and said unto their brethren, Do you know that there is in these houses an ephod and a teraphim and a graven image and a molten image? Now therefore consider what ye have to do. And they turned thitherward, and came to the house of the young man, the Levite, even unto the house of Micah, and saluted him. And the 600 men appointed with their weapons of war, which were of the children of Dan, stood by the entering of the gate. And the 5 men that went to spy out the land, went up and came in thither, and took the graven image, and the ephod, and the teraphim, and the molten image, and the priest stood in the entering of the gate, with the 600 men that were appointed with weapons of war. And there went unto Micah's house and fetched the the carved image, the ephod, and the teraphim, and the molten image. Then said the priest unto them, What do ye? Question. And they said unto him, Hold thy peace, lay thy hand upon thy mouth, and go with us, and be to us a father and a priest. Is it better for thee to be a priest unto the house of one man, or that thou be a priest unto the tribe and a family of Israel? And the priest's heart was glad, and he took the ephod and the teraphim and the graven image, and went in the midst of the people. Whoo, my church just grew from 1 to over 600 in one night. I got me a big old church now. Woo! Verse 21. So they turned and departed, and put the little ones and the cattle and the carriages before them. And when they were a good way from the house of Micah, the men that were in the house near to Micah's house were gathered together and overtook the children of Dan. And they cried unto the children of Dan, and they turned their faces and said to Micah, What aileth thee, that thou comest with such a company? Question. And he said, You have taken away my gods, which I made, and the priest, and you are gone away. And what have I more? Question. And what is this that you say to me? What aileth thee? Question. You come down here and stole my stuff, and then you ask me what's bothering me? And the children of Dan said unto him, Let not thy voice be heard among us, lest angry fellows run upon thee, and thou lose thy life, with the lives of thy household. And the children of Dan went their way. And when Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back into his house. And they took the things which Micah had made, and the priest which he had, and came to Lachish unto a people that were at quiet and secure. And they smote them with the edge of the sword, and burnt the city with fire. And there was no deliverer, because it was far from Zidon, and they had no business with any man. And it was in the valley that lieth between by Beth Rehob, and they built the city and dwelt therein, and they called the name of the city Dan, after the name of Dan their father, who was born unto Israel. Howbeit the name of the city was Laish at the first. And the children of Dan set up the graven image, and Jonathan, the son of Gershom, the son of Manasseh, he and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan until the day of the captivity of the land. And they set them up Micah's graven image, which he made all the time that the house of God was in Shiloh. This brand new religion is taking hold, man. Now we know that Paul was a Benjaminite because he declared himself to be a Benjamite. But the tribe of Benjamin almost was not existent. Go with me to chapter 19. And it came to pass in those days, when there was no king in Israel, that there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him, and went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months. And her husband rose and went after her, to speak friendly unto her, and to bring her again, having his servant with him, and a couple of asses. And she brought him into her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him. Glad to meet him. Good guy. Verse 4. And his father-in-law, the damsel's father, retained him, and he abode with him 3 days. So they did eat and drink and lodged there. They got drunk, had them a good little party. And it came to pass on the 4th day, when they rose early in the morning, that he rose up to depart. And the damsel's father said unto his son-in-law, Comfort thy heart with a morsel of bread, and afterward go thy way. Go your way. And they sat down and did eat and drink, both of them together. For the damsel's father had said unto the man, Be content, I pray thee, and pray and tarry all night, and let thy heart be merry. Let's just get drunk and don't worry about it. Verse 7. And when the man rose up to depart, his father-in-law urged him. Therefore he lodged there again. And he rose early in the morning on the 5th day to depart. And the damsel's father said, Comfort thy heart, I pray thee. And they tarried until afternoon, and they did eat, both of them. And when the man rose up to depart, he and his concubine and his servant, his father-in-law, the damsel's father, said unto him, Behold, now the day draweth toward evening. I pray you, tarry all night. Behold, the day groweth to an end. Lodge here, that thine heart may be merry, and tomorrow get you early on your way, that thou mayest go home. But the man would not tarry that night. But he rose up and departed, and came over against Jebus, which is Jerusalem. And there were with him 2 asses saddled. His concubine also was with him. And when they were by Jebus, the day was far spent. And the servant said unto his master, Come, I pray thee, and let us turn into this city of the Jebusites, and lodge in it. And his master said unto him, We will not turn aside hither unto the city of a stranger, that is not of the children of Israel. We will pass over to Gibeah. I want to go where my family is. Well, how's his family going to treat him? Are they going to be better? I don't know. Let's see. And he said unto his servant, Come and let us draw near to one of these places, to lodge all night in Gibeah or in Ramah. And they passed on and went their way, and the sun went down upon them when they were by Gibeah, which belongeth to Benjamin. Well, now we're around family, and now we're going to be okay. Verse 15. And they turned aside thither to go in to lodge in Gibeah. And when he went in, he sat down in a street of the city, for there was no man that took them into the house to lodge. And behold, there came an old man from his work out of the field at evening. This right here tells you even when you're old, you're supposed to be working. Which was also of Mount Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gibeah, but the men of the place were Benjamites. And when he lifted up his eyes, he saw a wayfaring man in the street of the city. And the old man said, Whither goest thou? Question, and which comest thou? And he said unto him, We are passing from Bethlehem, Judea, toward the side of Mount Ephraim, for thence am I. And I went to Bethlehem, Judea, but I am now going to the house of the Lord. And there is no man that receiveth me to house. Yet there is both straw and provender for the asses, and there is bread and wine also for me, and for thy handmaid and the young man which is with thy servant. There's no want of anything. And the old man said, Peace be with thee. Howsoever, let all thy wants lie upon me, only lodge not in the street. The old man knew it wasn't safe to live in the street. So he brought him into his house, and gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet, and did eat and drink. Now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, Bring forth the man that came into thy house, that we may know him. What? Huh. Some kind of family this is, ain't it? And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them, and said unto them, Nay, my brother, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly. Seeing that this man is come into my house, do not this folly. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so vile a thing. But the men would not hearken to him. So the men took his concubine, and brought her forth unto them. And they knew her, and abused her all night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day, and fell down at the door of the man's house, where the Lord was, till it was light. And the Lord rose up in the morning, and opened the doors of the house, and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold. She made it to the door. And he said unto her, Up, let us be going. But none answered. Then the man took her up on an ass. And the man rose up and got him unto his place. And when he was come into his house, he took a knife, and laid hold of his concubine, and divided her, together with her bones, unto 12 pieces, and sent her into all of the coast of Israel. What a scenery. And it was so that all that saw it said, There was no such deed done, nor seen from the day that children of Israel came up out of the land of Egypt unto this day. Consider of it, take advice, and speak your minds. Verse 20, Then all of the children of Israel went out, and the congregation was gathered together as one man, from Dan even to Beersheba, with the land of Gilead, unto the Lord in Mizpah. And the chief of all of the people, even of all of the tribes of Israel, presented themselves in the assembly of the people of God, 400,000 footmen that drew sword. Now the children of Benjamin heard that the children of Israel were gone up to Mizpah. Then said the children of Israel, Tell us, how was this wickedness? Question. And the Levite, the husband of the man that was slain, answered and said, I came into Gibeah, that belongeth to Benjamin, I and my concubine, to lodge. And the men of Gibeah arose against me, and beset the house round about upon me by night, and thought to have slain me, and my concubine have they forced, that she is dead. And I took my concubine, and cut her in pieces, and sent her throughout all of the country of the inheritance of Israel, for they have committed lewdness and folly in Israel. Behold, you are all children of Israel. Give here your advice and counsel. And all the people arose as one man, saying, We will not any of us go to his tent, neither will any of us turn into his house. But now this shall be the thing which we will do to Gibeah. We will go up by lot against it, and we will take 10 men of 100 throughout all of the tribes of Israel, and 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 of 10,000, to fetch victuals for the people, that they may do when they come to Gibeah of Benjamin, according to all of the folly that they have wrought in Israel. So this is verse 11. So all of the men of Israel were gathered against the city, knit together as one man. And the tribes of Israel sent men through all of the tribe of Benjamin, saying, What wickedness is this that is done among you? Question. Now therefore deliver us the men, the children of Belial, who are in Gibeah, that we may put them to death and put away evil from Israel. All we want is the boys that done it. But the children of Benjamin would not hearken to the voice of their brothers, the children of Israel. But the children of Benjamin gathered themselves together out of the cities of Gibeah to go out to battle against the children of Israel. And the children of Benjamin were numbered at that time out of the cities 26,000 men that drew sword, besides the inhabitants of Gibeah, which were numbered 700 chosen men. Well, this 26,000 men is going to have a hard time against 400,000. Among all of this people, there was 700 chosen men, left-handed. Every one could sling a stone at a hair's breadth and not miss. And the men of Israel, besides Benjamin, were numbered 400,000 men that drew sword. All of these were men of war. And the children of Israel arose and went up to the house of God, and asked counsel of God, and said, Which of us shall go up first to battle against the children of Benjamin? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up first. And the children of Israel rose up in the morning, and encamped against Gibeah. And the men of Israel went out to battle against Benjamin. And the men of Israel put themselves in array to fight against them at Gibeah. Now the battle starts. And the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeah and destroyed down to the ground the children of Israel, down to the ground of the Israelites that day 22,000 men. And the people of the men of Israel encouraged themselves and set the battle again in array, in the place where they put themselves in array the first. And the children of Israel went up and wept before the Lord until evening, and asked counsel of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up again to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother? And the Lord said, Go up against him. The Lord tells you to go, it's time to go. Verse 24. And the children of Israel came near against the children of Benjamin the second day. And Benjamin went forth against them out of Gibeah the second day, and destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel again 18,000 men. All of these drew the sword. Then all of the children of Israel and all of the people went up and came into the house of God, and wept and sat there before the Lord, and fasted that day until evening, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And the children of Israel inquired of the Lord, for the ark of the covenant of God was there in those days. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, stood before it in those days, and saying, Shall I yet again go up to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother, or shall I cease? And the Lord said, Go up, for tomorrow I will deliver them into thy hand. And Israel set liars round about, verse 29. And Israel set liars in wait round about Gibeah. And the children of Israel went up against the children of Benjamin on the third day, and put themselves in array against Gibeah as at other times. And the children of Benjamin went out against the people, and were drawn away from the city. And they began to smite the people and to kill, as at other times, in the highways, of which one goeth up to the house of God, and the other to Gibeah, in the field, about 30 men of Israel. And the children of Benjamin said, They are smitten down before us, as at the first. But the children of Israel said, Let us flee, and draw them from the city unto the highways. And all the men of Israel rose up out of their place, and put themselves in array at Baal Tamar. And the liars in wait of Israel came forth out of their place, even out of the meadows of Gibeah. And there came against Gibeah 10,000 chosen men out of all Israel, and the battle was sore, but they knew not that evil was near them. Verse 35. And the Lord smote Benjamin before Israel, and the children of Israel destroyed of the Benjamites that day 25,000, 100 men. All these drew the sword. So the children of Benjamin saw that they were smitten of the men of Israel, gave place to Benjamites, because they trusted into their liars in wait when they had set beside Gibeah. Verse 37. And the liars in wait hasted and rushed upon Gibeah, and the liars in wait drew themselves along and smote all of the city with the edge of the sword. Now there was an appointed sign between the men of Israel and the liars in wait, that they should make a great flame with smoke rise up out of the city. And when the men of Israel retired in the battle, Benjamin began to smite and kill the men of Israel, about 30 persons. For they said, Surely they are smitten down before us, as in the first battle. But when the flame began to rise out of the city with the pillars of smoke, the Benjamites looked behind them, and behold, the flames of the city was ascending up to heaven. And when the men of Israel turned again, the men of Benjamin were amazed, for they saw that evil was come upon them. Therefore they turned their backs before the children of Israel into the way of the wilderness. But the battle overtook them, and them which came out of the cities they destroyed in the midst of them. Thus they enclosed the Benjamites round about, and chased them, and trod them down with ease over against Gibeah towards the sun rising. And there fell of Benjamin 18,000 men. All these were men of valor. And they turned and fled toward the wilderness and to the rock of Rimmon. And they gleaned of them in the highways 5,000 men, and pursued hard after them unto Gidon, and drew 2,000 men, and slew 2,000 men of them. Verse 46. So that all were fell that day of Benjamin, were 20 and 5,000 men that drew the sword. All these were men of valor. But 600 men turned and fled into the wilderness, unto the rock Rimmon, and abode in the rock Rimmon 4 months. And the men of Israel turned again upon the children of Benjamin, and smote with the edge of the sword, as well the men of every city, as the beast and all that came to hand. Also they set on fire all of the city that they came to. Chapter 21. Now the men of Israel had sworn in Mizpah, saying, there shall not any of us give his daughters unto Benjamin to wife. And the people came to verse 2. And the people came to the house of God, and abode there till evening before God, and lifted their voice and wept sore, and said, O Lord God of Israel, why is this come to pass in Israel, that there should be today one tribe lacking in Israel? Verse 4. And it came to pass on the morrow, that the people rose early and built there an altar and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. And the children of Israel said, who is there among all of the tribes of Israel that came not up with the congregation unto the Lord? For they had made a great oath concerning him that came not up to the Lord to Mizpah, saying, he shall surely be put to death. And the children of Israel repented them for Benjamin, their brother, and said, there is one tribe cut off from Israel this day. How shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing we have sworn by the Lord that we will not give them of our daughters to wife? And they said what one is there of the tribe of Israel that came not up to Mizpah to the Lord? Question. And behold, there came none to the camp from Jabesh Gilead to the assembly. And the people were numbered, and behold, there were none of the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead there. And the congregation sent thither 12,000 men of the valiantest, and commanded them, saying, go and smite the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, with the women and the children. And this is the thing that you shall do. You shall utterly destroy every male and every woman that hath lain by man. And they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins that had not known man by lying with any male. And they brought them into the camp to Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan. And the whole congregation sent some to speak to the children of Benjamin that were in the rock of Rimmon, and to call peaceably unto them. And Benjamin came again at that time, and they gave them wives which they had alive of the women of Jabesh Gilead. Yet so they sufficed them not. There were 600 Benjamites, there wasn't but 400 women from Jabesh Gilead. And the people repented for them for Benjamin, because that the Lord had made a breach in the tribes of Israel. Then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin? And they said, there must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin, that a tribe be not destroyed out of Israel. Howbeit, we may not give them wives of our daughters, for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, cursed be he that give a wife to Benjamin. Then they said, behold, there is a feast of the Lord in Shiloh yearly in a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth up from Bethel to Shechem, and on the south of Lebonah. Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, Go and lie in wait in the vineyards, and see and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance in dances, then come you out of the vineyards, and catch you every man his wife for the daughters of Shiloh, and go to the land of Benjamin. And it shall be, when their fathers and their brothers come unto us and complain, that we will say unto them, Be favorable unto them for our sakes, because we reserve not to each man his wife in a war, for ye did not give unto them at this time, that ye should be guilty. And the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives according to their number of them that danced, whom they caught, and they went and turned into their inheritance, and repaired the cities, and dwelt in them. And the children of Israel departed thence at that time, every man to his tribe, to his family, and they went out from thence, every man to his inheritance. In those days there was no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. And I hope you got something out of it. That was our first time of a false god and a false religion being set up. And it's also proof that we almost did not have Paul, the Benjamite. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And like I said, I hope you got something out of it.